first of all, just our guys are going home today, and I'm excited for them to go spend some family time, and just want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday season. There was a lot of COVID going around and all that, but spend time with your families. Encourage our guys to do the same, and we appreciate everything you guys do for Pitt football. I appreciate you guys being here every day. And again, I apologize for being a little bit late. I totally forgot. EJ should have interrupted me. I was in a meeting with a player, and so we've had great week of practice. We practiced on Saturday, practiced Monday, Tuesday, and obviously today. Pretty much got a full weekend. I would say 85% of the game plan is in at this point. Kids have been locked in like they always are, and I appreciate their focus, and they're excited to get down to Atlanta. So they'll spend a few days, and then Christmas afternoon we will all meet. I think we got 49 players leaving from here on a plane, and everybody else, if they're from Atlanta or from Florida or Utah or Kansas City, will fly in on Christmas afternoon, and we'll meet in Atlanta and continue bowl preparations down there. So, questions?
Are you worried about guys spreading out like that and then coming back?
Yeah, I mean, you certainly worry about it. We've tried to educate them about wearing their masks and taking care of themselves, and going home to see their families and not going home to see their buddies. Don't be running around seeing your old high school buddies. You don't know where they've been, so go home. And really, we've been on it for the last week here to protect your family on the way home. There's no sense of hanging out in Oakland and running home and getting your family sick. So you worry about all that. I know Saban sent his guys home as well for 6 days, and they were in COVID protocols like we were championship week. We were in COVID protocols here, which is flu, cold, whatever goes through your building. You're always going to try to protect the team, and we did that week. I know they did that, but then you sent them home for 6 days. Really, what does that do? So we got to trust our guys to go home, be smart, come to Atlanta as safe as possible. So those are all things that are touch and go at this point, especially with where that new variant's going.
Will there be testing before the game?
We're all vaccinated.
Right.
I should say we're all 99%, whatever that summer. I haven't even talked about the percentage. So, we're not going to test, unless they have symptoms for it, and then we test. So only the guys that get tested are the guys that are unvaccinated.
You mentioned that the game plan is in, or mostly in, decided on an interim play caller for the game.
You know what? I may have, right in here decided. We, continued. We got, 4 coaches on offense that are, they're ready and willing to give that game plan. They all do their jobs during the week anyway. So, I'm not going to share that with you right now. I guess we'll share it when we get down to Atlanta. I'm just going to keep that in my back pocket, Jerry. You know what I'm saying?
I'll remember to ask you.
Well, we'll get it. I'll get you that information when we get down there for sure.
Gotcha.
We haven't talked to you since it's been official. Just thoughts. I know you've mentioned Kenny, but on his and DeMar's decision and having Nick at quarterback, your confidence in Nick.
Yeah, obviously we're happy, for Kenny. And Kenny came to my office. Gosh, the days are running together. It might have been Monday. Sat down for about a half hour and just had the biggest smile on his face. I haven't seen him that relieved. I think he just was like, deep breath. I think it was a hard decision for him. He loves Pittsburgh. I think he wanted to play in the worst way, but it was a business decision, and couldn't be, happier for him. Like I said, there was a sense of relief, smiles, giggling, which he doesn't do all year. He's not a giggly guy. He is locked in, and he's like a coach. It's like business, and that's how he handles the business every day. When he sits right there in that front seat right there, I think he's just relieving it. Damari Mathis, got to make a business decision, and felt like, just talking to his people and his family that he had done enough. And again, we wish him the best of luck. Damari's going to be a fantastic player. He's going to test out crazy. I wish he would have waited wish he would have told me when he was going to send it out. I knew his intentions, but I didn't know it went out, and I wasn't prepared to do a statement. So my statement on Damari is we're happy for him. He's a heck of a football player. He's going to play in the National Football League. When I compare him to some other corners I've had, he's tough and reliable, and like I said, he's going to run fast. He's going to jump, through the ceiling. So he's going to test well, and he's going down to Mobile. I think that was one of his goals, and he'll be able to show off down there, and I'm sure he'll be going to the combine in Indianapolis as well. So 2 terrific kids that deserve those opportunities. And then Nick Patty, just to finish, Nick is a guy that this entire room trusts. He's a good football player. He can throw the ball. I think in his one other start, he threw the ball over 40 times. So he's a guy that can throw the ball, and we're excited to see what Nick it's his time in this game to show everybody, show the Panther Nation who he is, and he is locked in. During finals week, he's out there throwing the ball in the indoor with all the receivers. Because we weren't having organized practice, so he is a leader, and again, our kids trust him, and we're excited for Nick.
Is there anyone else who's not playing in this game because of the NFL or COVID or whatever?
Not that I know of, unless things change in the next, few days. I mean, no, everybody else is ready to go.
What's it been like not having Kenny in the room preparing going into this game? You guys all season long, he's been a leader. He's been a guy that's been a voice that you can count on to be a leader.
Our kids have been like this, Chris, all year long. They kind of like, it's the next man up. It's like, I don't think our guys blinked in here. It wasn't like, I think they all expected it. I think they kind of knew. I think they knew before I did. I think they go out at night in Oakland and have their fun. And I think after the Heisman, I think we had 15, 20 players that traveled up to New Jersey or to New York City and hung out with him. So I think they knew before I did, because I think Kenny was a little like, like, it's like almost like he didn't want to tell Dad, and that's what you love about him. He's passionate. So our kids didn't blink in here. They know we'll miss Kenny, but so eventually, we were going to miss him anyway after that game. So there's a post Kenny's, that we're going to be in. There's going to be a post. Every one of these seniors that sits in the front row is a post. And I know you guys got the information on our linemen coming back, which I wasn't in here. I wish I had sat in the back and watched, but I think that would probably been fun to see. But I'm sure EJ maybe send me some video.
Sure.
We're happy those guys are coming back too.
At any point this season, if you let yourself think about what the team would have been like if Kenny didn't come back, and are you eager to see what it'll be like without Kenny?
Yeah, I think you're always eager. I never looked and said what would have been like if he wasn't here, because he was here. But you always say, what's it going to be like when Kenny's gone? Okay, and I think you say, hey, what's Pitt defense going to look like when all those guys leave? And we saw that life will move on and we'll be okay. And again, I think we've done a great job recruiting, and we're going to continue to recruit guys to fill those positions. And the hardest thing is the roster management with what we're dealing with numbers wise. And